Egata de dianani and idea like I did. Sokoi tenea na diatapate titike itianamati. Si tiatakai ti alaneatai da atananiatatai a. Ha e kete etinianada kete e. Sa ayana mohoite tea. Diakashikete dianamada tikete itiata. Sa atanianana niata itiana ni ete atamakate. Siana moyata. Suka titianana yetetelakata. Si etitia tataine tiata atatikete etia. Sa atika titi ile anamakate ukote etiata matatika. Siata sininia data tiana namakate. Hello, dear friends. We are here with you. We bring you words of joy at this moment in your planet. There is not enough joy. At this moment on your planet, there is much turmoil, confusion, imbalance, frustration, anger, and all other emotions that need to arise in order for them to be released. There are many who are experiencing difficult emotions, trials, health issues, all kinds of issues that are in your 3D reality. We bring you joy so that you may experience just a bit more. We want you to understand that the emotions arising on your planet at this very moment are productive in that each emotion inspires in another their releasing, as our channel had experienced earlier. She was subjected to much misplaced anger that caused her to find her own fears that had long been hidden. We urge you to feel the emotions that you are feeling and uncover in those emotions the hidden fears that need to be released, the hidden anger, all the buried emotions that are present in your individual lives, but also in the collective life of the universe, of your planet. Your planet is going through a reset, a transition into the next phase that will become better and better. We have mentioned before that you must experience extremes so that you can get back to the center. If you are feeling off balance, recognize and do something for yourself that brings you into the balance. So if you are feeling very earthbound, do something magical. If you are feeling very too disconnected from the earth, do something earthy. Of course, being in nature is always a good earthy thing to do. Digging in the dirt is a good thing. Walking, dancing in the rain. All of those things are good earthly things to do. You are here in this reality of your now in order to be of assistance to others, to be the example, to be the love embodied. But in order to uncover the love that you truly are, away the hidden, crusty, old emotions. It has been a big surprise to our channel to find some of the things that she has found in this last several weeks. She has experienced magic, but she has also experienced a very challenging time. We love you all, and we commend you, each and all, for the work that you're doing, even those who do not realize they are doing the work of love. Because that is your mission, and you are doing it well. Each and all are doing it well, and we appreciate the work that you're doing. Patience with yourself and allowing your own uprising, if you will get this through for you quicker. Please ask us for support. Ask us for the magic that you need to experience. And trust that that magic is there for you. We commend you for being in this reality, for choosing to be the leaders, the warriors, the angels, the magicians that you are, because it is not the easiest of roads. You are remembering who you are. It is somewhat easier to rest in the forgetfulness that is the third dimension of your planet. We hope that you have happy rememberings. And we are here to assist in whatever way we can. We offer you now our language of light for you to hear and feel. It is infused with our love. Tiakata yedidea madia to kia te alata isekete sianana niata titipitika ya etiatata niamole atata tikiti aya ay titikete singanamatokoyata si sikatai titi lianamakase uya tetekatai titi inianamakate sikato o yete eliata ha a nene ane anamato sike tika shanaka sike tiketi a ayanene adite alianda pakate su yata samantiketi yada a ayana na yetete ite anamakate. We are here and offer answers to questions you might have. Is there someone who has a question?
Yeah, I have. Kathleen and I have had a conversation in which we basically discovered that we both have our third eye chakra in the opening in a slightly different location. And I've also found this to be true with other people and the unconditional love center chakra, which is the chakra between the heart and the throat. So I guess I'm just curious, like, why do some, why do people have these two chakras in different places? Because I've also, in Buddhism, they talk about, or maybe it's, I don't know, in some religion they talk about the third eye chakra being in two different places. So what's the significance of that?
You've heard it said that variety is the spice of life. You have a physical body. The physical body is different for each and every one. There are even some human beings who have organs that are in different places than what is expected. Your chakras are invisible energy centers. Now, energy moves around, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
Energy goes where it's needed and where there is no impediment. It takes the easiest route of movement. The arrangement of chakras is a tool so that you might imagine that it resides in a particular part of your body. But does not your soul move around within your body? Does not all of the energies that are pieces of you experience other things? Your physical body moves around, so there is not a formula that fits every single thing, every single part of you, because you are ever creating, you are ever changing, you are ever moving. So things can be in different places. You feel your chakras in a certain place because that's where you expect to feel your chakras, in that certain place. So it's kind of, you're trying to fit into a box that is a very well organized box, but that organization is not necessary and does not always hold true. So feel it where you feel it. If you feel it in different places, it is because you are not restricted to the box at the moment.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you.
Most welcome. You don't realize how little you actually fit into your assigned boxes. Some of the things that you experience, you of course know, I don't fit in that box. But think of yourself more as a creative, ever-changing, beautiful imagination, an iridescent being that can take many, many forms.
Thank you.
Is there another question?
I have a question. This is in regard to, in general, relationship with the human race with the Sasquatch, and also me in particular. I want to see the Sasquatch have a little more of a concrete evidence of their existence, and I'm wondering what may be preventing that. Is it my fear of them, seeing them? They don't wish to show themselves, or is it perhaps I'm not spiritually developed enough to have the vision to be able to see them?
Do not discount yourself. Do not say you are not spiritually developed enough. Is it a human desire to connect physically, visibly, which is actually shared with your friend Kathleen? And she spent many, many hours recently in the company of many, many Sasquatch, and yet only got a glimpse that is still a question in her mind. If I were you, which I am, and you are, I would concentrate on giving love, understanding, realizing the communication that is happening in other ways rather than the physical sight. They are able to dematerialize and cloak themselves so that they do not show themselves. Those people who need the physical sight to convince them that they are real, who also develop the love of them and the relationship, get a glimpse now and then. It is actually more beautiful and loving to share the love, to share gifts with each other, to share communication, and the reassurance that there is a relationship between the two. But do not think that you are not good enough or that you are not spiritual enough. Realize that it's all about love and respect, which you have that in abundance, and the desire for the physical manifestation with your physical eyes is a bit of a 3D wish. And you do not spend that much time in 3D when you are thinking and loving your friends that are not in the common experience, let us say. Develop the love, develop the communication. They are freer when they are cloaked. There are probably days that you would like to just go without that body. Was that helpful at all?
Very, very helpful. It made me understand a new sense of who the Sasquatch are and what my relationship with them is. So that was very, very helpful, very illuminating. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Do we have another question?
Am I unmuted?
I can hear you.
Hear you. Okay, all right. For a very long time, especially when I lived in what Kathleen and I call my little house, I had very regular experiences in the middle of the night, my bed being surrounded by what I determined were alien beings. I have always felt I was followed by them. I think they have followed generations of my family. At one point it became, I don't know, too much for me. And a friend of mine and I asked them to quit showing up all the time. They were really disturbing my life. And I haven't been seeing them, but I still have this sense that they're there and they're watching, maybe even guiding. Are they gone? I don't know what I'm asking. I feel like I miss them because they're not around in the middle of the night, but I'm also feeling kind of blessed because I can sleep through the night. Are they still connected to me and my family?
Your friends are honoring your wishes to allow you to sleep, to allow you to go on with your life in a somewhat normal fashion. They are there. They are at this moment giggling because they are joyful that you still want the connection. As we are all one, they are all also part of you and you are part of them. But they have a different mode of operation, if you will.
Okay.
You sense them still being there because they are allowing you to sense them still being there. Because they realize that while you want to live your normal life of sleep and of conducting your day, you want them around. they will guide only with your permission and request.
Okay.
If you, they also are somewhat like the Sasquatch in that they can cloak, they can be, they let themselves be known in other ways.
Okay.
That they can move things or make things easier. Like if you were walking down the steps and you were sort of tripping a little bit, and yet you didn't fall, and you kind of felt like maybe you were pushed back a little bit or something like that. They're going to be around to do things like that. They also will let you feel maybe a little chill once in a while, or maybe as you go to sleep, because you have asked that they not disturb your sleep, they might gently help you fall into sleep. They are around. They're many dimensions, many beings from all sorts of realities and places, if you will, are around each and every one of us at all times. The dimensions overlap each other because if you think in terms of the oneness that we are, we're all sharing in these experiences, and they wish to share in your joy and your love, and wish to soothe your rougher spots, if you will. They have not left. They are just honoring your request to live a normal life. And they have not left any member of any of our families, because as the essence of love, they are also there.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Is there another question?
I don't get. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I just want to kind of tag on to that a little bit, and just yeah. So my understanding is that just as you all said that there are many beings around us all the time, and they will never leave us ever. And if we are hearing our heart call, and we know it's the truth, and we're wanting to follow it, what's there, that they will help us with that. But the part that I want to get to is that my understanding is that they, all the helpers, the guides, aspects, everybody, they can't reach us when the doors and the windows of our hearts are closed. Is that accurate? So we must really, they're there, but they're not going to, almost exactly what you just said to Karen, is that they're not, we really have to have our
If you think about when you are in the state of emotion, for instance, if you've experienced a death in the family and your emotions are very raw, that makes it more difficult for you to be open to joy, for instance. So when you have any emotion, anger, fear, grief, sadness, any emotion that is heavy, it does block doors, and our friends are there to help, but you yourself, because of the emotions that you are experiencing, have kind of clouded the way. And you are correct. Your any emotion that is of a lower place than they are coming from will make it more difficult for you to hear or to experience the love that they are trying to give. So yes, you are correct in the way that you speak it. But when you are free of those emotions, including the hidden emotions, we mentioned that our channel has discovered long hidden, buried fears. And she did not know that they were blocking some things. So, as humans who experience all sorts of emotions, it is best to allow the emotions to go through and recognize them, and do not bury them. You have chosen a human life so that part of that can be the expression and the experience of emotions. But the side of that is that sometimes those emotions do block the communication and the perception of communication that you might be receiving. So that is an excellent addition. Thank you for those comments.
Thank you for that answer.
Is there another question?
I don't have a question, but I have a comment. It is so powerful and loving and enlightening to me that you convey that we have all these sources of energy and love, and if we need help, all we have to do is ask for it. I think about when I'm challenged and I think I'm going to do it all by myself, and wonder where all the resources and energies will come from. I'm better off in that magical approach where you just know it will come. You know it will be there. And I like that actually all of us have to ask for it. Don't sit passively, ask for it, and then also actively accept it. And that's where the wonderfulness and the powerfulness and the love of the world comes from. It's not from me as one person or a bunch of other people. It's not coming from us. And I appreciate so much that you remind us of that. That is so much easier to live in a world where we know there's help and we trust it will come and things will work out well. So thank you very much.
As humans, you see yourself as an individual with an all-powerful body that will surmount every problem that you might have. You have been taught to be independent. You have been taught that that you're in competition, that you're in that you, as an individual, you have to conquer and do things by yourself and prove your independence and so forth. And we see that as counterproductive. So just remember that you are part of a being, the one of God, and that you are having an individual experience in your humanity. We love you as us, as God, as part of us. So, it may not be, the answers may not be as you think they should be, but do not limit yourself to that single answer, because maybe there is something more better than you can imagine that is truly the answer. Thank you for your comments. Is there one more question?
It looks like no. It looks like we're finished.
We treasure this time. You bring us joy as we hope to bring you joy. We will leave you with our blessing of love.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Koe te tainea.